Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. Today we're going to have some fun. We're going to challenge our core. So that core strength. Everybody always says, hey, can you make me get a flat tummy? Well, can I? I can help you get there, but it's really in your court. And it comes with a lot more having to do with what you put into your mouth than it does what you do exteriorly. So you can have a really strong core and have great muscle tone inside, but that layer of puff that we'll say, but that layer of fat, everybody's got it. Some people have more than others, but really to get down to see those abdominal muscles and to get that flat tummy has to do with the kitchen, as opposed to the gym or your mat or what you do. So hand in hand, we can do this together. But yes, it relies on you. So putting in the work and making sure that you're making the right choices nutritionally and getting plenty of rest and plenty of water. All right, you guys. So we're going to have fun today. If you need to stop, do so. Remember, you guys, this is always a journey, right? So this is your journey. You've started it. Stick with it. Consistency is key. The stronger you get each and every day that passes, that you do, that you put in the work, yep, you get stronger. So it's always fun to celebrate those little baby steps along the way. So if you're just waiting for that gargantuan thing to happen, celebrate the little things, you guys. They're what make it worth it. So tons of little things along the way, and then you get this great result when you put in the hard work. So thanks for joining me for this hard work today. And it will be challenging. You're going to feel a little fire burning in the belly, hopefully. If you don't, good for you. I always do, and it always just feels really good. So love working the core because you guys, you know, right? That's where it all starts. Posture, balance, strength. It all starts from the core, having that strong core to help us stand taller, to walk more efficiently, to have better posture. So let's get her done. Just going to warm up just a little bit here first and get the body flowing and just checking in, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, okay? So bringing those hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach to the sky. Oh, that feels good. Exhale, release that right hand to the mat, left arm up and over. Just a couple little sways, side to side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, up and over. So water handy, guys. A smile on your face. Let's do 2 more each way. An open mind, knowing that it is, in fact, a journey, and we're in this together. And we're just doing our best to be our best. 1 more each way. Up and over, getting those obliques, getting that stretch all the way through the ribs and the waist, getting a nice little release for that lower back. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, rotate to the right, little tap of the fingertips to the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rotate to the left, little tap, fingertips to the floor. Let's do 1 more each direction. Inhale, reach, keeping that length in the spine. Already we're starting to work those obliques. And as we stand tall, guys, we always end up working our core. It's a beautiful thing. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, release those hands. Let's bring the hands to the shins, just below your knees. Take a big breath in, press the chest forward, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Exhale and hollow the tummy and chest. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, press it through, arch your back. Seated cat and cow. Exhale and hollow. Inhale it up nice and tall, arch that back. Last one each direction. Exhale and hollow. So we're going to be working all of those different abdominal muscles. Sit up nice and tall. Let's come up onto all 4s. So sweeping those feet around. We're going to start with a moving spinal balance. So in our tabletop position, hands are right below those shoulders. Core is strong. We're going to work to minimize the movement in everything other than the arm and the leg. So that whole torso, your hips and your shoulders remain steady. As you inhale, extend left arm and right leg and release it down. Right arm, left leg. Exhale and release it down. So you're alternating sides. Lifting out of that supporting shoulder, lengthening through the limbs, keeping that belly button drawn in and up. So those core muscles, those stability muscles in the core are what are keeping the hips from shifting And to keep that weight transfer from being too much throughout the body, it's just a gentle transfer of weight. Last one. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and come on down onto the forearms, and we're going to extend the legs out. So you can either extend onto the toes or bring those knees to the mat. Breathe. Elbows right below those shoulders. Find that breath. Now we're going to do our very best to minimize our rocking as we come up, up, down, down, up, up. Now you can open those feet, and that's going to help minimize that rocking as well. Up, up, down, down. Breathe. Keeping that belly button drawn in. So you can play with the width of your stance. You can be on those knees. Let's do the other side. Breathe. Just doing your best to minimize. It's not going to be perfect. Beautiful. Last one. And up to plank. Release those knees and sit it back to child's pose. You get the added bonus of shoulder work there as well. But just giving that lower back a little love. Find your breath. And once again, we're going to come back up. This time we're going to come onto those forearms, and we're going to turn the forearms so that they're stacked. Fist to elbow, elbow to fist. We can be on the knees or we can be on the toes. You decide. Elbows right below those shoulders, and we're going to roll. Opening to a side plank, and then roll back. Roll to the other side. So those the elbows are staying at 90 degrees. Knees can remain down, and we're just rolling from side to side. Control, mindful movements, keeping that level plank as best you can. So a modification, yep, those hips are going to lift a little bit, and that is absolutely fine. So if you're on your knees, we roll, and we roll. Nice, 2 more. 1 more each side. You guys feel that fire burning yet? And coming back to your plank. And we're going to do hip dips. So dropping your right hip towards the mat, left hip. You can do the same thing with the knees down. It's just a rotation through the torso. Dropping one hip and then the other. Hip, hip. Finding that breath. Now this is all about stability through the shoulders and having those hips move. 1 more. Coming back to center. Release the knees. Extend those arms. And a well-deserved child's pose. Beautiful job. Checking in. Already put in a fair amount of work for those obliques and that rectus abdominis. So great. And let's go ahead and walk those hands up. Come over onto a hip. Sweep your feet around and slide on down towards the top of your mat. Hands come behind your thighs, and let's rock it back. Breathe. Extending those arms out if you don't need the support. Find your breath. If you like, lift the arms. There's lots of gray room here, guys, so you can have a little lift. You don't have to go all the way up. You can keep that support. Whatever you need. We're going to extend one leg and reach down with the opposite arm. Tapping the knee. Bring it back up. Other side. So opposite leg and arm are extending down and out. And breathe. Finding that breath. Modification is to keep the toes down rather than lifting the feet. Just that little connection, guys, can make a big difference. Find that rhythm. Find the pace that works. Keep with your breath. Breathe, guys. Now this time I want you to hold. Hold, hold, hold. And breathe. Awesome. Bring it back up. Hold, hold, hold. Breathe. Shaky's good. And bring it in. Support behind those thighs. Oh, lift. Draw those shoulders down and away. Let's come into a butterfly and just stretch it out. Always good, guys, to get a little stretch in between. There is no reason to ignore your lower back when it says, hey, can I have a little reprieve? We're still working those core muscles really, really hard. And then let's slowly roll it up one vertebra at a time till we sit up nice and tall. Close those legs. Awesome. Let's extend those legs out nice and long. Sitting up tall. Breathe. Now, not only are we going to work those lower abdominals, we're going to get an added bonus now of your quadriceps and your hip flexors. So as we sit nice and tall in that kind of figure L or a 90-degree bend, upper and lower body, we're going to lift that right leg. So we're doing our best not to lean back or to lean forward, but to keep that length through the crown of the head. This is not a huge lift, guys. This is a pretty small lift. And release. Make sure you're sitting up tall. Lift leg lifts. Breathe. Flex your foot. So also getting a little bonus of that hamstring stretch. If the knee is bent, guys, it's okay. Release it down. Back to the right side. Lift. Draw that belly button in and up. Awesome. And release. Lift the left. So did you notice on that second time that maybe you could lift a little bit higher? Release. We've got one more each leg. Right leg lifts. Are you still sitting up tall? Can you feel that quad? Can you feel those hip flexors? How about those lower abs? And release. Left leg. Last time this side. Breathe. And release. Now keep that length in the spine. Hinge it forward. Bring your hands down kind of towards your knees. And we're going to kind of prop up onto those pads of the fingers. Spread your fingers wide because you're going to want to push into those hands. And we're going to roll those shoulders back. I want you to feel the length in your spine. Keep that length in the spine. Keep those feet flexed. Draw that belly button in and up and in. Here we go. We're going to lift both legs. Oh, challenging. Absolutely challenging. And release. Reset. Make sure that length is there through the spine. Core is strong. Here we go. Lift. Both legs. Breathe. And release. We've got one more. Reset. Lengthen. Core strong. And lift. And release. Nice job. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hinge it forward. Releasing through that lower back, lengthening down the backs of the legs. Just breathe. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet. Now slowly, slowly, let's roll it back. One vertebra coming to the mat at a time. So really focusing on keeping that belly button drawn in. And that slow descent. Extend your arms overhead. Reach, 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 reach. Beautiful little stretch. And let's draw one knee in towards the chest and then the other. Extending the legs to the sky, flex your feet. We're going to reach up with those fingertips. Now lift, hold. Extend right arm out overhead, lift it back high, left arm out overhead, and back high, and slowly release the upper body back down. Inhale, reach it up. We can do single arms or both arms come overhead, and reach, other arm or both arms, reach it back, and up, and release the upper body back down. We've got 3 more. Reach it up. Both arms or a single arm. Reach it overhead and up. Other arm or overhead. Reach it up and lower down. Last 2. Reach it up. One arm or both. Reach it back towards those toes. Other arm or both. Reach it back up towards those toes and release it down. We've got 1 more. Keep that belly button drawn in. Reach it up. Both arms or individual arm and back towards those toes. Other arm or both. Reach up towards those toes and release it down. Keep those fingertips pointing towards the sky. Lower one leg towards the ground as low as feels right to you, keeping that small, the back pressing into the mat, and we lift that leg. Other leg, take it down, low as you like, and lift it back up. Now this time let's point those toes. One leg goes down and comes back up. Other leg goes down and comes back up. Now you decide if you want those toes pointed or flexed. You can do both legs or keep that individual, and we're going to lower. And we're going to lift. So you're going to come down only as low as that small the back can remain on the mat. When you feel your back start to arch off the back, guys, too far. Back off just a little bit. Don't lower quite so far. Breathe. Now, if you need to put your hands underneath your hips to get that little pelvic tilt, that's absolutely fine. Those arms extended, just a little more intense. Breathe. 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. Pull those knees in. Just a couple rocks side to side. Checking in. You're doing awesome. Coming back to center. We're going to take that right big toe and just barely touch it to the mat. Bring the hands behind your head. We're not going to hold on to that head. We're just going to gently lean the weight of the head back into those hands. And we're going to reach up with that right elbow and see if we can touch that left knee. And then switch sides. Left elbow to the right knee. And switch. And switch. So we're releasing the weight of the head back into those hands, and we're reaching out through the shoulder. So it's almost like you're trying to touch the shoulder or the armpit to that opposite knee. Now, if you like to intensify, extend that leg rather than having the toe touch. Find your breath. Beautiful. Now, if it feels right to you, we're going to extend opposite hands. So right fingertips to the left toes, left fingertips to the right toes. So as you come up, that top arm is going to reach down towards the toes. We can still have that knee bent. Belly button's drawn in, still supporting the weight of the head. Breathe. Awesome. Let's do 1 more each side. And bring it back in. Knees in. Relax the weight of the upper body down. Let's bring the hands to the shins. Just pull them in nice and tight. And we place those feet to the mat. Arms come overhead. Core is strong. I want you to press the small of the back into the mat and just really feel that connection. Beautiful. Now we're going to sweep those arms up and sit. Now we're going to take it back low as you can. We're going to turn and reach out. Come back to center. Turn and reach out. Keeping that belly button drawn in, keeping those feet glued to the earth. Rotate to center. Rotate to center. So those hands remain about shoulder width apart as you twist and as you come back. Breathe. Nice. 1 more each side. Then we get a nice stretch for that lower back. And rise. Open up those feet just a little bit wider than the width of your mat. Toes slightly turned out. Hands just resting on your shins. Your ankles are the tops of your feet. And just come forward. Nice, big, deep breaths. And slowly rolling it back up. One vertebra at a time. Till we sit up nice and tall. And let's bring those feet back together. Let's roll it back. Arms overhead. Reach up and reach opposite hand towards your toes. Roll it back. Arms overhead. Come up. Reach towards the opposite toes. So we're switching legs and switching arms. Arms come overhead. And sit up and reach. Breathe. Arms come overhead. Sit up and reach. And come back down. Sit up and reach. We've got one more each side. Last one. Stay up. Come to boat. Supported boat or unsupported boat. Breathe. Adjust however you need to. And if you need a triple layer of your mat or a cushion under your bottom, make it happen. Lift the chest. Find your breath. If you like, lift those feet a little bit. Bring the knees to touch. Little added benefit when we bring those knees together is working those inner thighs. If you like, extend the legs. Breathe. Point those toes. Find your breath. Bend the knees. And release the feet down. Butterfly. Lean it forward. You guys are awesome. Beautiful job. And again, slowly roll it up as you're ready. Keeping that butterfly position, we're going to slowly roll it back. Now, this is more challenging than having those legs out long. So just doing our best to go as slow as we can. All the way down. Pulling your heels in towards your bottom. Let those knees open out wide. I want you to press the small of the back into the mat. You're going to feel your knees lift up just a little bit. That is absolutely fine. That's what we want. We want that pelvic tilt so that you feel the small of the back stay down. Now you can place your hands underneath your hips. You can have your arms out to a T. More challenging, you can extend those arms overhead. And we're going to lift the feet and lower. So just tapping the outside edge of your feet to the mat. Keeping that belly button drawn in. Keeping the small of the back down. Find that breath. Knees remain open wide. So we're working those hip flexors, groin, the inner thigh. We're working that glute med, and we're working those lower abdominals and the rectus abdominis. So we've got a ton of things going on. Breathe. Now we're going to lift those feet and we're going to hold them. We're going to lift the upper body and we're going to reach. We're going to reach out towards those heels. Reach. 2. Two more. And take it back. Release the feet down. Give yourself just a second. Let your back arch. Just let that stretch happen. Feel that release. Now we're going to re-engage. Drawing that belly button back in and down, that pelvic tilt. Keeping that small of the back down. We lift the feet and we lift it up. 10 reaches. Three, 2, 1. Take it overhead. Release those feet. Oh my goodness. All right, let those knees open out nice and wide. With all the work we've put in so far, you can definitely tell that those abdominals are working hard. All right, we've got one more set, guys. So re-engage, pressing the small of the back into the mat. Feel those knees lift just a little bit. Keep that small of the back down. Lift your feet. Lift the upper body. Reach with those hands. 10 pulses. And 10. Go ahead and release it down. Oh, let those arms come overhead. Breathe. Slowly closing those knees, drawing one knee in towards your chest and then the other. Pull those knees in nice and tight. And gently release. So we're going to shift over onto our bellies. Alrighty, my friends. Extending those arms out to a T. Nose and chin to the mat. Just take a second. So this is a super cool, it's a pose as well as an exercise. So the movement, obviously the exercise, the pose, we're going to hold for just a moment when we find that biggest top part of our pose. So we're going to take that right leg, we're going to lift it up, and we're going to roll to the left, reaching up with those right toes to see how close we can get to the left hand. And then we're going to slowly come back to center and do the same thing on the other side. Lifting the left leg, rolling to the right, reaching back and up with those left toes, coming back to center. And roll to the left. Right toes reaching up, coming back to center. Other side, roll to the right, reach up and back with those toes. You feel that amazing stretch. You feel that amazing work. Let's do one more time each side. Take it up and over. And take it back. Last time to the right. Take it up and over. And bring it back to center. Bringing the hands to the chest. Press it back. Let's come to child's pose. Just checking in, guys. Child's pose feels pretty good. So our last core is coming to a plank position. You can be on your forearms, you can be on your hands, you can be on your knees or on your toes. But what I want you to focus on is your strongest plank. And you're only going to hold your plank as long as you've got perfect form. So as you feel yourself fatiguing, and you feel your back starting to sway, you feel pressure in your shoulders, you feel like you're just kind of like, wow, this is the integrity of the pose is just not withstanding, I want you to come back to child's pose. No judgment, no criticism, your best plank. So here we go to prepare. You find where it's right for you. So again, knees, toes, hands, forearms, whatever you need. I want you to lift out of those shoulders, and I want you to feel the length through the crown of the head. Our hips are going to be a little bit higher rather than lower. And breathe. A little bit of a pelvic tilt, drawing that belly button in and up. So stillness, stability, strength, awareness, guys. So we're gazing down, keeping that neutral neck. We're just kind of looking between the hands, right up about fingertip height, rather than dropping your head or looking forward. We just want that nice neutral spine. We're pressing through our heels. We're getting a really nice little stretch through the calves. We're lifting out of the shoulders so we get that bonus of that shoulder strength. Our wrists right below the shoulders, or those elbows right below the shoulders. Find your breath. We're almost there, you guys. In 10. No reason to have to hold plank for 11 hours, even if you can. No need to. Lots of area and lots of opportunities to work the core. Beautiful job. Let's slowly crocodile down. Take your time. So this is really challenging, guys, after holding plank. Take your time. Control it down. Press it through up dog. Oh, stretching through the belly. Breathe. And sit it back to child's pose. Finding those good deep breaths. And slowly walk your hands up. Come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around. Let's sit up nice and tall. Big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. And just gently release it all the way down. Getting that nice stretch in that lower back. The stronger the core, the less pain in that lower back. So really having a strong core, you guys, it's not only just feels good, but it is so functional and such an important piece of our overall well-being. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands out to the right. Reach through your left fingertips as far as you can reach and just relax the weight of the upper body down. So the strength in the core, our powerhouse, it's where it all starts. You've heard me say it. Better posture, better balance, better gait, more confidence. Let's take that left arm up and over, opening the tummy and chest, reaching out towards the side. You can be on your hand or your forearm, a little roll of that left shoulder back. Exhaling and releasing the tummy and chest back to your thigh. Lifting slightly, walking those hands back to center. So tons of exercises to choose from, you guys. I just picked a few. Really working every aspect of that core. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands out to the left, reaching through those right fingertips, relaxing the weight of the head. And remember, we can have a super strong core, but if we eat stuff that we shouldn't be eating all the time, you can't outwork a bad diet, okay? So if you're eating candies and chips and crackers and burgers and pizza and all of that stuff that tastes so good, but it's not so great for you, that's not to say don't have it every now and again. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love a good burger. I love pizza. I love French fries. I love certain candies, not all candies, but I love things that aren't good for me. But try and keep those at a minimum and make the best choices that you can to accomplish what you want to accomplish. We just want to be healthy and strong, right? Exhale and releasing the tummy and chest back to your thigh. Living a healthy, happy life, guys. That's what it's all about, and finding balance in that life. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through to center. If you love ice cream, if you love cookies, it's fine. Just don't do it every single day. Make it a special treat. That way it stays special. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle those arms overhead. Reach to the sky. Pull those hands to heart center. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. If you stuck with me to this point, yes, nice job, you guys. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you come back time and time again. It means the world to me to be invited into your life and to be a part of your journey. Thank you, you guys. Be well. Take care of yourselves. And until the next time, namaste.